Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are still working on getting our upgrades done here, and it is taking a while. No doubt about that. The good news is we do have a couple of fleets that are actually properly done at this moment, and that is very, very good. So this here, it should have fleets on the way. Yeah, these that are moving should be fully reinforced and good to go. And this one apparently needs Harbinger upgrades. Okay. It's on its way in. Okay, never mind. This is the one that we told to come in because this was idle. Right. Okay, it's all good. It is all good. So that seems fine. We've got our fleets in Polaris that are completely and totally done, and we are delighted by this, of course. So we're continuing to work on our upgrades here. We have enough biomass at this point to get one of these worlds terraformed, which we will work on. We also have this astral rift pending. Okay. That seems fine. Cool. So that all looks good for the moment. Now, where are we at with these upgrades? 84, 13, 0, 73, 59, 67, 0, 51, 49, 19, and 27. Okay. Every fleet that needs to be upgrading is currently upgrading, with the possible exception of this one. But that is, of course, because the 8th Corolla is currently here, and we're working on it. We're making solid progress on getting this all completed. So that looks good. In the meantime, I'd love to be working on our planets, but we're forced to choose between constructing on our planets and terraforming with biomass. And to be honest, we're probably better off building on the planets. But I want to get these terraformations finished up. So that'll be fine for now. We'll just continue to work on that. And in the meantime, we've got this fleet over at Eartheus, which is actually done. And that fleet can make its way on over to Polaris and can just chill out over here with the other completed fleets. Perfect. We can see here, everything good to go. No problem there. Cool. So the Flourishing Corolla now completed, and that means that Eartheus is currently idle, right? Which means that this fleet should probably come in and upgrade over here instead of in Ostici, where there's another fleet currently upgrading. This fleet is at 54%, so yeah, this is the correct call. We're going to move them on over. They'll get there very, very quickly because of our gateway network. So that all looks fine. Beautiful. So we're heading on in here and getting these upgrades going. Oh, we're now the Federation President. Okay, so we've got the 8th Void Wings again, and that's understood. Our current fleet setup here is mildly awkward. I'm going to bring this up to 8, and then I'm going to take this to... We can't actually remove anything from this. What do we actually have here? We actually have 18 at this moment. And then we have 23 cruisers, and then we have 42 destroyers and 141 corvettes. We can't add any more naval capacity than this, so that's, exciting. So this is the best we can do right now, and I'm just going to tell the 8th Void Wings, for now, to just come on over to Polaris. We'll put in a leader here. That will be this guy. And they're going to come in here and get repairs. Now, this guy does have engineer, which is convenient, but that seems fine for now. Okay, so now that we've got the 8th Void Wings, that actually gives us two potential reserve fleets, which is nice. No doubt about that. Okay, so our ship upgrades are continuing. 72, 40, 85, that's getting there. 65, 74, 0 over at Plant Heart. We do have 2 fleets over here right now. So we should check to see if we have any idle shipyards, and the answer is not at this time, which is not surprising. So that one's at 0%, and there's not really too much we can do about that right now. 58 here, 66. And that means that we're actually going to need to move off of here to probably the mega shipyard, actually. So let's go ahead and have these guys, instead of being here, they are instead going to head up to the mega shipyard. And all they need for upgrades is actually harbingers. So we're going to head up here and upgrade fleet to latest designs. Perfect. This is at 87%, and the mega shipyard has 10 instead of 6 shipyards. So, yeah, actually, this is currently idling a few shipyards. So that is the right call for sure. So that looks good. This construction ship out over here, it can't build this mining station, I guess. Yeah, that's not a thing it can do. I'm going to tell it to just do automatic construction. It can do whatever it wants. Out over this direction, I'm going to park this ship in here. And then this one, I'm going to move to automatic construction as well. We've got this science ship over in Plant Heart, and I'm going to have this do automatic. That seems okay. It can just go do stuff. That's fine for now. So here in Ostici, we just finished up this fleet. And that's wonderful, but that does mean that we have that idle shipyard. For the moment, I'm okay with that. I just want to check in here. 94, 40, 37, 12, and 2. That's not quite the loadout that it's supposed to have. It's supposed to be slightly different, but it's close enough. That's close enough. I'm not concerned about it. So that looks good. Absolutely wonderful. And we're going to be pulling most of these fleets into Polaris. This fleet is now done as well. So let's move that into Polaris. And that is, of course, going to be right down over here. And let's see what we've got. Okay, I'm going to remove these maulers that have nothing in them. Otherwise, this looks good, and we just need some harbingers. So let's get those going. These are elder harbingers that were queued up, and that's actually not what we want. So let's get rid of all of that, and let's add in the juvenile harbingers. So we're going to need to take this all the way back and then do that. There we go. That'll be cheaper, and they'll age up. So that looks good. We'll get all of that underway, and of course, that's building out of some of these idle shipyards, so that's absolutely fine. Apparently, there's a fleet that needs to be reinforced with 17 ships. What fleet is that? Ah, the third Corolla. Okay, so the third Corolla is idle in Eartheus right now, and that's going to be coming out over here as well. And this needs to have a few additional maulers added to it and a stinger, a singular stinger. So we'll add in that juvenile stinger, and then this is going to be maulers. We've got a few too many weavers and not quite the number of harbingers that we're supposed to have here, but it's, again, close enough. We're going to reinforce that, and that looks good. So all of our fleets are now showing as being at full strength. I don't know how true that actually is, but we'll let that go for the time being. So this fleet here is at 92%. We are at 70, 80, 64, 78, 31, so this one's pretty far behind, and this one's at 45. Okay, and the 8th Void Wings are here reinforcing at Polaris. So that all looks good for now. We just need to continue to work on getting all of these upgraded. That is our primary goal at this point. So we're working on Titans up over here and a couple of Stingers as well. One of our Titans is going to be done soon, and the other Titan is actually not too far away there. Okay, we just finished up repairs on the 8th Void Wings, which we're not too concerned about as of right now. So let's check in through here and see if there's any other ships that need to be moved at this moment. No, as of right now, this looks good. Okay, so we'll continue to let these upgrades proceed for now. This is at 95% completion, and it looks like these Stingers are actually going up at a kind of decent pace, so that's okay. Here, of course, we're working on Titans up in Polaris. That's going to take a while. We also have Stingers to work on, so this fleet's going to be at it for a little bit. We're at 73% done there. 83% done here. This one also has a ways to go. We've got Titans and Stingers that we're working on, so that'll take a while. In Ostici, same story. Widened. That's going to be a little bit. And same thing at Plant Heart, actually. So these that are currently being worked on, they've got a ways to go. We've got the Strategic Coordination Center ready to go. And there's a lot of additional things that we can work on here. No doubt about it. I'm going to grab volcanic terraforming for the moment.
My children, our great work nears completion. The suffering of all sentient life, the great cycle of pain is about to end. Rejoice, for your salvation is at hand.
So we've advanced into the next stage of the work here. What salvation?
After all this time hide nothing from you.
Okay, so she says she'll hide nothing from us. Tell us about salvation.
Our work is done. Many were sacrificed, but their suffering has not been in vain. The day has come when consciousness itself will be erased.
But why?
You suffer because you are aware of suffering. There is no world in which perfect joy exists, or perfect harmony. In my youth, I tried to build one, but no attempt of mine was ever successful. Suffering continued because consciousness was allowed to endure.
To suffer is natural.
Natural? What is nature? Is it natural to traverse the stars? To extend life beyond its innate limitations? All societies make use of technology. This is no different, and the only logical extension of my purpose. The wheel of pain must be broken.
And the only thing we can say is you're insane.
So be it. If you will not be enlightened, then you must be pacified. Know that whatever pain you're about to suffer, I shall experience tenfold.
Oh, okay, this is just Garrett. We were just forced into war with Cetana because we asked a question. Okay, so we're done with upgrades then.
Shelter being ravaged.
So, in that case, it's time to move. No more upgrades, so we just gotta go. The good news is we got a lot of our upgrades finished. I didn't expect that asking those questions would force us into war with her, but they did. So here's what we need to do. We need to get all of our fleets selected, which we have a lot of them, and we have a lot of very powerful fleets. Now, we're not technically at war yet, but we're going to move them up to Niza Taram. Actually, we are at war, it just hasn't updated yet. So we do see that we are currently being attacked in Niza Taram, and we need to pop through the gate, and we need to take out this fleet. This is also in Pilith, down over here. Okay, that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that one. So there's no Cetana here. That's understood. Let's advance time forward here and get everything updated. So we see that Cetana is here and here. Understood. For now, I'm really not too concerned about this. I think that we'll be okay. We've been preparing for this for a while. So we're going to head on in here, and we're going to take care of these fleets. Excellent. We've got a lot of very powerful fleets here, and we shouldn't have any major issue with this. So let's get rid of her ships here. That's mission number 1, because this gate is important to us. So now what we need to do is we need to select all of our fleets, which we're not all here yet, but we need to head up over this direction. We're going to go hit Last Thought as a complete and total unit. The plan was to do a first strike and take out all of her systems at once, but that plan is no more. Our hand has been forced. Let's grab Admiral here. The sensor data reveals that Cetana has dismantled her outposts, recalling all garrison fleets to her capital. This presents a strategic window we would do well to exploit. While in transit, her forces are somewhat vulnerable. If we give them time to regroup within her borders, this advantage will be lost. She has no outposts. We already destroyed all of them, so I don't think that's relevant to us. So she's recalling all of her fleets to her borders, and we're just going to head up to Last Thought for right now. It's going to take us a little while to get there. And I want to... Oh, hello. Incoming transmission. It is very garbled. Cetana is weak. Nanit, coming for me. I pray she spares the rest of the order. I don't have long. The attached schematics should allow you to counter the worst of her technology. May my death allow you to live. She must be stopped. Quick, extract the attached data. We can now enter Cetana's territory and are finally able to fight back. Okay, cool. So we're going to get into position up over here. The Whirling Corolla is apparently lacking some ships, and that's understood. This is the only fleet that is lacking ships. We need... Ooh, hang on. Yeah, this is correct, and then we need to do that. As far as the weavers go, we need to take out 2 of these and add in 2 juvenile weavers like that, and then we should be good to go. So we hit this button, it should be fine, and that gets us what we need there. Now we have another fleet that is not fully reinforced yet, and I want to get constructing on that. So what fleet is that? Oh, no fleets are in need of reinforcements. Never mind. Okay, cool. So we're pouring our fleets up over this direction. We've got kind of a lot up here. We've got about 4 million strength currently. And now we've got almost 5 million strength up here. And this is now our entire fleet. So we've got about 5 million strength up here. Beautiful. So we need to go in and attack Cetana's main system. That's our goal right now. There's this little Cetana force down over here. It's only 654, and it might actually lose to our station here. We shall see. That'd be nice if it did. So that's okay. We're moving up through Bastamore at this moment, and then we're going to head to Last Thought. It's going to take us a little while to get there. We're not jump drived, and that's absolutely fine. So we're lacking a physics research right now, and let's go for, say, the enigmatic decoder is fine. This fleet over here doesn't appear to be moving, nor does this fleet. They're both very weak, so we're not too concerned about either of those fleets. I want to check in here. Hang on, I just saw Cetana movement. Okay, so she has about 1.7 million up here. That's no match for us. I want to make sure... Pause. I know this is very laggy and bright right now. I want to make sure our forces are grouped here. So we're waiting for all of our forces to get grouped up. I'm going to go into our policies and edicts. I'm going to turn on our exotic gases as fuel. For shield boost, volatile ammunition, explosives, reactive armor, focusing crystals. All of those are being turned on at this moment. And then we can see we now have about 5.5 million fleet power here. And of course, we need all of our fleets to arrive here. We're currently estimating, I see 11 days, 16 days, 22 days, 23 days. Okay, that's what we're estimating for all of these guys arriving. So we turned on our exotic gases as fuel. These guys are the furthest out. So I want to go in to Last Thought very, very shortly here. But I'm really thinking that we need to wait on this. These day ticks are getting increasingly long. Oh boy. What's Cetana doing in here? Hang on, are they fighting? I know we're at war. Are they at war with Cetana too? It doesn't pop up over here. It seems like some of them are. There's combat happening there. That's very good for us. Okay, so what we need right now is to make sure that... Oh man, still 15 days? What are these day ticks? That's not true. The last 30 average was over 1,000 milliseconds, so that's exciting. Out over here, I want to check to see how this is going. Our station is not doing so well. She apparently penetrates directly through shields. That's good to know.
Growth continues.
So that's understood. I want to check in over this way. Okay, we're ready to go. So we're going to hop in through Last Thought. She was actually repelled here. So that's interesting. We're going to head directly into Karasta. So in we go. I'm just issuing the order like this. So we'll be there in about
Growth
60
continues.
days. So we know that the AI has
Horizons
quite a bit of
widen.
forces in here right now. One of our fleets is quite far ahead of all of the others. That's okay for now. And we now have quite a lot of our own in there. So unfortunately, this guy managed to take out this starbase, but I'm really not that concerned about it. That's okay for now. We'll just leave him be for the moment, and then we'll come right back in here, and we'll build this starbase again.
Invasive growth engaged.
He just hopped in here, and he's totally dead. Like, there's nothing he can do about that. He's gone. So we're going to be jumping into Karasta shortly, and Cetana is unlikely, I think, to be able to resist the push that we've got going in. Is it an ideal push? No. I was planning on waiting a little longer, but here we are. So we could grab some naval capacity. I don't really care to do that right now. We're already capped. I don't think that would help us. I think going for basically a reroll here is fine. Okay, so we're going to be jumping into Cetana's system very shortly. The AI is definitely doing stuff right now. We can tell that was over 2,000 milliseconds for that day. That's kind of a lot. So is Cetana... It seems like Cetana wasn't hostile to everyone. There's nothing here? Okay, that's more like it. So there's definitely some stuff here. 2 million... just from this singular Titan. Is that where she is seated?
On this foolish course of action, such needless suffering, such waste.
Then end it.
I will. Have no fear. It pains me to hurt you, but in the face of eternity, all pain is momentary.
You contradict yourself.
Life is a contradiction. Death follows birth. Joy follows suffering. I work not to rationalize, but to break the cycle. After this war, we shall have peace everlasting.
Peace will follow your destruction. Indeed. Okay, so we're going to head on in here, and we're definitely going to take some damage. There's no doubt about that. But we've got further reinforcements on the way, and she really can't handle this. She cannot handle what we're throwing at her here. However, I'm kind of glad that we didn't attack this with a singular location, or rather with a singular fleet, or like I had planned, 3 or 4 fleets. That might not have been enough. But this is probably enough. We will take losses, though. No doubt about that. So we're going to push in, and we'll see where our swarmers end up going, but it looks like we're going to have some good passes, at least on her Titan there, and that should do a lot of damage to her Titan. And here comes even more reinforcements jumping in. We have been preparing for this. And I do not see a universe where Cetana is able to resist this push. I really, really don't. Her Titan has taken a lot of damage already, and we've taken out some of her stations here. I really wonder where we're going to swarm, though. But look at how many more swarm passes we've got coming in. It's kind of insane. So then the question becomes, is she this powerful in the other systems? This is her capital system. We cannot see into these other systems as of right now, but she does have 4 systems out over here. And that's definitely a question. No doubt about that. You can see we've lost some fleet power, and that's fine. Her Titan is out of shields at this point. Her shields are down. So that's excellent, and we're just continuing to swarm our way in here. This is going very badly for Cetana. Very, very, very badly. And we haven't even fully engaged yet. We've got so much out over here. That said, she's got a lot of hull, or rather a lot of armor on this Titan. Wow. Okay. That's 5 million hull points on that. Well, we'll get it. We'll get through it. We're definitely working on it because here comes more fleets. It's just never ending. The swarm continues. This is a ridiculous swarm, by the way. This is kind of a lot going on. I'm surprised we're getting this frame rate. So we're continuing to engage these out over here, but mostly we've dislodged Cetana from this system. I'm wondering about landing on this planet. There are no armies.
Horizons widened.
Okay, I've told the game to pause. It'll figure that out eventually. There we go. It is now paused. Where are armies in this list? They're in here somewhere. You know what? It's going to be easier, probably, to just hop out of here and find it out this way. So I'm going to bring these guys on in. They are, no, I don't want to select, no, I don't want to select that either. I want to select these guys. I want to go in here, and I want you to come to here. Okay, so in we come. If she has no armies on this planet, then we'll just grab it immediately. Actually, we don't even need that. It'll just fall to bombardment instantly, won't it? So that seems good. And her Titan is basically out of armor at this point. So we've still got these 2 fleets up over here that we're working on, but we're mostly prioritizing taking out that Titan. And this is a lot. We have thrown a lot at Cetana. Excellent. Somehow I don't think she was prepared for this. I wonder what'll happen when that Titan goes down. Because I suspect that that Titan is where she's sitting. Like, that's probably her physical presence. So we'll see what happens here. But as we can see, we are easily winning this. This is not even a contest, to be honest. The Titan is going to go down eventually. It's got a lot of health, but it doesn't have a chance here. It's about to go down. Any moment now. Okay, I think one more solid update. There we go. The obliteration of Cetana's flagship signifies more than a mere military triumph. By severing the link to her forces, it heralds the death of her ambitions and the end of her reign. Across the galaxy, the nanites that once bound her formidable fleet and fortified her capital are experiencing a catastrophic collapse. Despite this moment of profound relief, the vanquished queen was still able to transmit a message to the galaxy. We suffer no more. We've recovered the damaged chassis of the synthetic queen. While the body is inoperable, her digital heart is still functioning, and that gives us a relic, Cetana's heart.
My children, I am so sorry. I have failed you. Your defiance has doomed you, and all those who come after, to the endless grinding of the wheel. I can only hope that in time you will understand. Perhaps one day you will take up my cause and see the end of pain. Go in peace, my favorite ones.
Okay, so we can say either she was no queen of ours, or we can say she was no queen of ours because we have the Gestalt consciousness ethic. Okay, that's not much of a difference, but sure. So these systems still exist. This planet is broken now. That's a shattered world. Let's tick time forward just a smidge. Okay, so these are now gone. Okay, so her nanites are done at this point. We can go into auto research out over here at this point. This is all repeatable text, and I don't really care what order we get the repeatable text in, so that seems okay. And at this point, we need to talk about the future of this series, I think. I was thinking about maybe ending the series after we defeated Cetana, because the question then became, what are we going to do, right? At this point, I feel like we are not going to particularly be threatened by the Agarian League and the Interstellar Favarian Conglomerate. I don't think they're even going to try to attack us again after what we just did to Cetana. I'll be honest. I don't see a universe where we get into another defensive war. And one of our rules is we are not allowed to declare offensive wars. We fight when we are forced to fight, and I don't think we will be forced to fight anymore. So at this point, I kind of feel like we should maybe put an end to this series. I mean, it's been over 100 episodes at this point, and from here on out, it's just going to be we either abandon our pacifism and we conquer the galaxy, or we just sit there for forever and like build up our planets and stuff. I don't think either of those options are particularly interesting from here. So I think we'll just declare victory with Cetana beaten and call it a series. And it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there will be no next episode for this series. I think at this point we've accomplished what we needed to accomplish, and I'm pretty happy with the way that that has turned out. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Spock, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.